Good morning. Welcome to Flat Earth Early Bird number 2627. I'm your host Arwin, and before I start the show, please don't forget to share it on any platform you deem fit, and if you haven't already, follow me here on Rumble and be here when I'm going live, which is normally 2 p.m. Amsterdam time every day. And please also do support me through the gift card, PayPal, Patreon, Gifts and Go. Links are all in the description box below, or send me super chat over at the Rumble live chat when the show is live, or subscribe to my channel. Support me that way. Any support would be greatly appreciated. I could really use it. Alright. So, weather today is nice. It is sunny again. There's still a couple of clouds, but yeah, this is not gonna block the sun, that's for sure. So it's really beautiful out there. Just look at that. Clear blue skies, no signs of trails or haze from that, and just very pretty clouds up there. Relatively small. It's just, yeah, I mean, it's a really beautiful day outside. There's a bit of wind, and the sun is just really nice and warm. It's great. Put the water out for the birds, and, well, one's taking a bath in it right now. You see that? Yeah, sorry for the cam shaking. I'm literally balancing it on my stretched hand. It's just a beautiful day. Alright, so it is Saturday, the 9th of May 2026. Temperature is 19 degrees Celsius with 47% humidity, 5 kilometers an hour wind, and 3% precipitation. Yeah, and it is the sunny day that they predicted it was going to be. So yeah, I'm very happy about that. I'm going to very much enjoy today. I am a bit hungry though. If I had like a croissant right now, that would be amazing, but unfortunately I do not. But yeah, I had some pretty good dinner yesterday, and it was a bit of a fiery discussion over at Worldwide Debates. And it was basically like all about Israel and all that, and I got really fired up from that. Just extremely intolerant against these Israel apologists that will still echo just the standard propaganda type attitude that the Israelis have. And it's just become really unbearable to listen to that. So I kind of acted out a bit. But then because they all wanted to have that debate or whatever, I just kind of stayed out of it eventually. But man, I can't tolerate that shit anymore. It's just, you can't do it. I don't even want to bring my consciousness into more detail about it, because I'll just get irritated again. It's like a lot of people should just know what it means. what is so irritating about Zionists. Right. Anyhow, that happened. Alex Jones show. And I had a really great call with my friend in Nijmegen. Also. And yes, I knew it. So yeah, Benjamin didn't do a stream yesterday, after all. He was set to, but he just didn't do it. It's kind of weird. So yeah, the same. They basically postponed it again to today. So the Benjamin's having a stream today in the Ozarks, apparently. So yeah, that could be interesting. But yeah, it was a bit of a disappointment yesterday that there was no Benjamin live. But oh well, it was still overall a great Friday. Oh, and I got some fresh tobacco in from the mail, which I'm very happy because I was like literally going on Chrome, and Chrome sucks. It's like when there's just little amounts left and it gets kind of dusty. Well, I do save that shit up for when I actually run out of tobacco fresh, and then I can't buy anything new. So I have that as a backup, but it kind of sucks. So it's great to have some new in without having to take a giant bite out of the remaining budget I have. So that was nice. Was in today. And yeah, I'm still kind of running low. I really wish I would get some support that would really make my day. So I keep hoping. Right. Yeah. Been having some contact, by the way, with Frans Heslinga. Like where I did the presentation the last time. Remember the Dutch conference, or the Dutch presentation that I did? What was that in? 2 years ago now. And I mean, it was really great. It went great. So, and he's having another Flat Earth conference, and I basically said like, hey, can I do that again? It's gonna be in October though, so it's, I mean, still quite a while away. And he did, yeah. He pretty much green-lighted me, but he did want to know what I would be presenting, so I had to be thinking about that in the last few days. Because, I mean, it's kind of hard to tell what I'm even gonna be into by the time that it's October. But yeah, I was thinking about either doing like a reconstruction of total history, or I get into like, it's much more technical flat earth, what are the possibilities, which is of course also like, if the last presentation was like the intro, it kind of ran up until that point, and then I was out of time, and I didn't really have any too much elaborate details to present at that time anyway. But yeah, I could like basically put down a full-blown all the possibilities of what could be real, and like basically gather up everything that I've been presenting over the last decade as to possibilities. How could it be? How could it turn out to be? What does it mean? And it would be a bit scatterbrained as a presentation, but it would definitely be interesting, I think. So yeah, we'll see haven't had a response back, so... And yeah, it's still like half a year away, so... Right. But I might be doing that. And that would... Yeah. It excites me, the prospect of doing that, at least. Right. Sorry if I'm starting a little slow. I'm so relaxed today. I just feel well nourished, very decently well rested, even though I did go to bed kind of late. Because also there was just this energy in the early morning, like, so I did like stay up until like past 5 in the morning. Which is not recommendable, but like, yeah, it actually does get lighter already, and the birds just like really explode outside. They really start singing, and there's just this energy, and I just wanted to catch that. I catch that moment, just stand outside in that. It is magical. And yeah. Well, and I took a shower, so I also cleaned up, which is like, yeah, I mean... that also cleans up the inside, right? And all the muck on the outside gets cleared out. Well, that also makes room on the inside. So the body gets more chance to clean things out. And so I just feel really restored, regenerated, and well rested, and super relaxed. And I've been pretty satisfied about, well, my findings in the last week. The new ideas that I put to the table, and developments. In a way, I'm like kind of enthusiastic for the situation with Iran that's gonna change, that is changing, especially now that Saudi Arabia is like out of the partnership with the US. Like that was really like the final step. But I mean, apparently Trump still was acting out after that, saying he basically was gonna like turn Iran into a smoldering crater. So he's still not stopping like just these insane outlettings, when there's literally no point to even doing that strategically anymore. So yeah, Americans are a little bit worried about that. I think a lot of them, because I mean, yeah, when you're right in the middle of it, it's like a bluffing tactic. They get it. It's stupid. It's arguably our war criminal. But I mean, it's still like there's a reason. But now to do that is just like, it's over. Let it go. Why are you still doing that? It's like, it's worrisome that he's still doing that, and he really should like put the device down. Don't do that anymore. Don't say these things anymore. Just don't. Just let it go, man. It's over. It was never gonna work. It's not working, and it will never work. Just stop. Just be glad that the world's like forced you to end it, to stop. Right? And now you just have to face all the consequences. You're not given a choice. Right? And I mean, if Trump now... Look, there are circumstances in which he can partially get the high ground back. But I mean, a lot of damage has been done because of what he's been part of. Of course, the whole Epstein stuff is still like continually in the background. A lot of people just see him as the Epstein president now, exclusively, and I totally get it. I don't, but it just, he needs to fix all of it. And he could theoretically still just completely swing around. If he can swing around with like insane statements and all that on the stage, then he could also swing around in his actual priorities and his policy. He could flip it around again and actually become full blown, get the criminals, get the deep state, get the Epstein class. Like, actually go after them. There is plenty of backing, even in the government, to actually make that happen. Although it will get messy. But I mean, he could do it. He was the designated one to do it. Everybody was like hoping full blown that he was going to do that. I mean, he ran on bluffing about that, sort of bragging about it for a long time. So, I mean, he could still do it. And then restore so much. But I mean, I don't know if he will. He might just like this whole thing might just be following him around like a PTSD nightmare that just never goes away because he just can't let it go. And that's really tragic. This like might be like the curse that's just mentally gonna follow him around forever now. This massive fuck up, and he just can't accept that he fucked up. And that like that big, if you're locked in like that, that can become a real nightmare that just never will go away. And that, you know how some older people can suddenly just like go crazy and kind of get locked into a very specific thing that they do, thing that they're worried about, and then they just, their mind won't even be able to listen or open up to anything else. They just get locked into this specific train of thought, which sometimes it does not necessarily have to be a nightmare, right? It can't just be a thing that they were doing, like a period when they're like really in their prime or whatever, and they just think it's that time all the time. They can get locked in. Well, it feels like there's a risk that Trump might get elderly wise locked in to this nightmare of the Iran failure, and that he'll just like never snap out of it. There's this risk that he might like actually clinically go crazy from this. Yeah. And I mean, people like Alex Jones just saying like the 25th Amendment, was it? I don't know. I might be getting the one wrong, and then it doesn't make any sense what I'm saying, but like this amendment that apparently enables you, if that a leader goes crazy or becomes completely incapacitated mentally, that he is quickly replaced. I think it's about that amendment. So that might be necessary, and it's going to be very tragic if it will, because all the MAGA guys once that were originally championing Trump, like we just want him to do the thing that he said he was going to do. That's all. Right? That's all. Just wanted that. Not the neocon shit, no new wars, right? And in the ways the damage has been done, the conference will never be the same. He will never probably draw like the really big stadiums and just crush it with the energy. That's probably never going to happen on that scale again. But he could get some of it back. And I mean, if he really finalizes it, and he decides like, no, I am going to be the hammer that hits that nail in and like finish it off. And I don't know if he can, if he still has it in him. But if he does that, then he could basically end up even like being forgiven, like in spirit and by God. I mean, not saying that because of specific actions, but just because of the energy exchange, right? I mean, having the moral high ground, having the spiritual high ground, having God's favor is in a way an energy thing too. And so he could potentially get to the point still where he could be forgiven for his deviation, his seduction, his seduction to the dark side, and all the lies and all that. And also, yeah, that way, if he does that, become funny again. There is still this window of opportunity for him. Unless he, well, truly goes mad, and then he won't be able to. If he just can't wield it anymore. So it could turn into either, I mean, if there's any time to pray for Trump, and I mean, that's like this trope that's been super overdone, of course, and abused in ways, right? The weird Zio-Christian prayer stuff and all that. But I mean, pray for his sanity, pray that he can get back to the right side. Because there is still potential possibility that he could. And yeah, if a lot of people would like actively pray on that, very specifically, not pushy, not nothing, just that, like help him restore his sanity, get him back on the path, and give him the confidence that he can also do that, and that he can make the hard decisions that for probably personal sentimental reasons somehow he doesn't want to. Because that seems to also be a part in it. He just can't get it through his heart. But he must. He must take that step. It is the only way to redemption. And yeah, maybe if a lot of people pray for that, he might just get there. Right? You'll be able to tell eventually. But maybe just like in the Star Wars story with Darth Vader, maybe, yeah, at the last moment, when a lot of shit's already has gone wrong, right? Planets have already been blown up by the Death Star. He could still end the Empire by taking out the Emperor. The last minute. And be redeemed. Even in the story too. Because, I mean, yeah, Darth Vader, at the last moment, he was redeemed. Very much so. And, like, the story and the music did reflect that sentiment. It's like a great part of the story, too. It's very important that he turned around the last moment. That changes the context of all of it. It really does, retroactively. That's just the meaning. This is the alchemy of feelings and social interactions and decisions. And he could still do that. Like, so much... There's so much resonance with, like, the story of Anakin Skywalker and how he became Darth Vader. There's that with Hitler and with Trump, too. I'm not saying that literally makes them the same, but I mean, there's people that are arguing like, wow, there's a lot of resemblance. Like Trump, has resemblances in like how he does things and what happens and his cult of personality, which Hitler also did have. And it's like, yeah, there are resemblances and patterns that are repeating in ways. And now, of course, with Hitler, it did not end well, or if there was some redemption, we never got to know about it. That was then in his personal experience, because it kind of just seemed like he just like committed suicide in humiliation. But I mean, it was like, that was like a woman, though, right? And then there's the whole conspiracy, like, did he go off to South America and then Antarctica and left a lesbian look-alike behind, as I like to say, right? That basically took that role over, and I mean, he did like the entire personality of him and the way that he even spoke publicly, the way his voice sounded was different. So I've always been suspecting it wasn't even the same person. And funny thing also is that, well, with Trump there seems to be like multiple Trumps too. You have the tall, older, the original Trump, which is really a tall guy, and then you have the smaller Trump. And the taller Trump basically hasn't been seen for a while. He, unfortunately, might be dead. And so the smaller Trump is what's left to fulfill the role, basically. But I mean, even that might not be it. Like that Trump might just not have the depth and the wisdom in heart as the original Trump, the taller one. But yeah, I mean, the taller one, he's either dead or he's like been really ill and basically off. Couldn't get on any kind of stay. He has to like medically recuperate or whatever it is. Like, I hope he's not really dead. He will return, because that guy was pretty awesome. Like, and also the mastermind. When there is a mastermind behind Trump, it's from that one. Right. So yeah, similarities all over the place. And let's hope it still works out, and that the brand, the act, the official capacity of Trump is going to turn back and go full on the original election promises and go after the deep state and the Epstein files and all of that, exactly like he said he would. And yeah, basically cast his friends that he's trying to protect so much to the side. And those friends have been proven to be incredibly unworthy. So nobody's gonna like shame him for doing that. I mean, those people themselves are probably even gonna be like, oh my god, finally. It's crazy that he was even trying to protect us. Like, it might have been so egregious that even they themselves are like just unnerved by how asinine it is that he's even been doing that. Because they are evil. They're just overtly evil people. Right? Not fools, not mistaken, not just evil. So yeah, we're all hoping Trump might turn around. He still could. Prayer might help. But there's also a chance he can literally go crazy and basically stay locked in the real living of the Iran nightmare. Never let it go. I mean, this might sound funny. I know it actually doesn't. I don't mean it to be funny, but like, if you like want to understand better like what that's like, imagine Trump like being really old at the last years of his life, like less healthy, because I mean eventually that will happen. He might get very old, who knows, where he's just like still tweeting out, Iran's gonna be a giant smoldering crater, like 10 years after he's already not president anymore, and he's just like in a hospital and he's just still tweeting that out like he's still president, right? That's something. That's the kind of thing that I'm talking about, like reliving the moment and still thinking it's that time, and like he can fix it. He could really get completely locked into that into the reliving of that nightmare, and then just never get out of it and always fall back and just, oh god, he's starting to tweet again about how he's gonna turn Iran into a smoldering crater. It's like, oh, he's going into one of his fits again. Crazy. That could happen. Be careful. Take it serious. You can't imagine, some of you might, but a lot of people can't imagine how much strain all of this shit that's happened is on his sanity. Like, he's used to wielding a lot of tension, but I mean, this is tension that with a massive dissonance in it, it's gonna break anything. Because of the error of it, right? If you become dissonant while you charge up really heavy, which is also when you carry like a lot of weight spiritually, if you then do wrong things, blatantly wrong things, if you let your ego invade the energy and determine where you're going to go against all judgment, like that's like this massive dissonance that literally like breaks you apart on a cellular level. It's really devastating on your system, because you need the moral high ground. You need the cohesion, the symmetry and energy. You need to be aligned with the will of God, the real one, not the one like told you by some priest or whatever, to be able to even let that amount of energy that comes with taking responsibility and doing big things, to be able to let that come through you. If you're dissonant, if you're doing it wrong, that power will destroy you. It will break you apart. It will make you go insane. It will give you a heart attack. It will just wreck you. Yeah, you need to have God's favor. You need to have the spiritual high ground. You need to do it the right way, or the power will destroy you. It's literally that. And Trump's risked it all with that. And yeah, can he take the hit? Can he take the damage from what he's done and recover from it? That's the big question. We all hope he do. He might need some extra prayer so that he could recover and step away and truly fulfill what he promised he would, to regain the high ground, to amend his deviation. Right? And I mean, that will eventually lead to like an Israel regime change too. If he really does not want to do that specifically or have that happen under him, that's very understandable after everything. But he must not obstruct it. Like, what must happen must happen. And if he won't do it, then whoever's going to be president after that must do it. Or Israeli government must basically like do it themselves. But will they? Are they even able to do that? It's complicated, right? But yeah. It just looks like the time when it's maximum risk, when everything just gets really, really devastated, that window has passed. US is really no longer a part of the Middle East now, and has to move on. And it's up to Trump to let it go and move on, and not secretly want it back somehow, like a gambler's addict just never wanting to accept the loss and move on. He must, because the only thing he can gain is more loss. Alright. Anyway. yeah, these are the types of things that I'm concerned with. Just spiritual details, like how I know things work and what it means and what it could lead to. Because if you really know how these spiritual mechanisms, spirit mechanics work in people, then you can make very tangible predictions that will work out. Right? And it's not just, oh, it's going to be exactly this, but like it can be this or that. And like it is going to be either one of those. Like that's also a prediction. It's a forked prediction. But I mean, hey, a fork is better than it could go in any random direction and like totally different things. No, it's gonna be either one of that, right? So that's what I'm putting down right now. Hope you all appreciate it. Don't forget to Rogan's it up if you like the show. Maybe say hello in the chat. And I hope everybody's having a great Saturday. You got nice weather like I do. Because I mean the weather is just great. Beautiful. Oh damn it, and I'm out of coffee. I really don't like that. I want more coffee, damn it. I'm almost inclined to just say, screw it, I'm gonna make another one right now. In the middle of my show. Shouldn't even take me too long. Right. Let's see if I can at least put this part of what I just talked about in the title. Okay, this is gonna sound weird. Yeah, it's better like this. The forked road of Trump's fate. Can he still fulfill his MAGA promises? Yeah. That pretty much that pretty much summarized what I've been talking about in the last 40 minutes. Hope you all appreciate it. Right, I had a bunch of clips. It's interesting. Yeah, it's the first time like seeing a video of this sort where it's like pretty cohesive. Because I had this suspicion before, but I mean this video presentation, it is quite compelling. So let's play this video for a bit. It's... Oh god, music sucks. I'm just not... Why? But like, yeah. Laser cutting. It makes a very compelling case that it might very well be laser cut. Hey, gaining wisdom. Good to see you. Right? Laser cutting. That's how that it might have been. It might have been laser cut. Pretty awesome. I mean, it certainly would have been within the range of possibilities of what they could do technologically. I'm very certain of it. So, like for the detail work, it is a very good option to do that. You could like pretty fast cover huge surfaces of stone and like just make detail work like this everywhere relatively quickly if you have the designs ready to go. Right? I mean, it's really all about like how was it all designed? Like the art of it. To all have that ready to go is pretty, like, that's the more complicated part. Like, how do they produce it? Well, with laser printer techniques, yeah, they could have definitely done it very quickly. Comparatively to if you had to do it by hand, which is like takes forever. But then it's just because if it takes forever, you have a lot of time with all that time to think about what you're putting down there, right? It's just like a painting takes a long time. Well, then the eventual idea that's gonna be the painting is gonna have taken a long time and could be very sophisticated. Same goes for stonecutters. If it's all made very quick, well then how was the design all thought out so elaborately? Like that's the bigger picture of the design of it in itself is part of the mystery. Like who came up with all the design? And now maybe that could have been like AI style machine assembled too. Because I mean, there's so much design stuff in the old architecture. Like, who the hell would all come up with that manually? Like, before the building design was even put together. Like, it's just, it's hard to imagine that. It may have also been AI generated in a way. Mass generated quickly. I mean... yeah, it's just complicated. But as for like the practical application, the method of carving it, yeah, laser carving may have definitely been used. It would have been very quick, would have made things very quick, which would enable them to cover a lot of surface. And there was a lot of surface with detail works in stone everywhere. So yeah, it's definitely something to keep in mind when spotting ancient architecture work, frescoes, that sort of thing. Which I mean, like Italy, Rome, the Vatican, like has a lot of that sort of stuff too. They like have it in marble and all that. Is that really all hand chiseled? No, It is not. Oh yeah. Trump administration releasing UFO video now. This is a joke, by the way. You
Here
might
it
guess. It's kind of a cheap shot, but I mean, yep. I mean, as I said, there's a lot of people out there who just see Trump as the Epstein president, and that everything that's going to be done is always going to be exclusively about covering up the Epstein files to them. And so there's a lot of jokes that they're going to be making with this, including this one. Alright, I got some more Tartarian stuff here. Wow. Yeah, this is some like actual video footage, which is like incredible. It's like this is the first time that I've come across anything like this.
This is a panorama of the electric tower from the 1901 World's Fair in Buffalo. Just look at that roaring waterfall, with water being pumped right in from the Niagaras. I'll show you footage of the rest of this World's Fair in another video.
Like what the fuck?
But just look at this tower alone. Does this look like it was built in 2 years' time? And then they demolished it 6 months later? I don't know what temporary material you're using, but in the harsh Buffalo winters alone, there's no way you'd build that temporarily and it would survive any inclement weather in Buffalo. And why would anyone waste their time with so much detail just for it to be torn down in 6 months?
What a crime.
What a waste.
Just
This video alone should dispel the narrative. How are you making a roaring waterfall like that for a temporary structure? And that's just one of the massive waterfalls at this World's Fair. And before I go, here's a few more photos of this electric tower lit up at night. Question everything, friends. Until next time.
yeah, just let that sink in. Holy shit, man. I mean, it's amazing enough that any of that existed, but just the crime.
Tartarian Empire. The truth.
Shut up. Just the crime of that they actually tore all that shit down when it was like perfect. It had such a like savage satanic crime. Like I cannot overemphasize how criminal that actually is. To me, that's like, I mean, it is like beyond a crime against humanity. Because it's like a crime against eternity. Against things that are older than a human life. Against crimes against beauty. I mean, how fucking dare they do that? For their stupid little history mind control book bullshit. How fucking dare they tear this shit down? I mean, it is just a horrible, horrible crime in my view. Right, and I mean, yeah. I don't know. Yeah, it's different. To me, it's like, yeah, you could like genocide a people, and that is absolutely horrifying, and it gives you this feeling like when I start hearing about, oh yeah, they're doing the same thing to Lebanon as they're doing to Gaza. Like that hurts. Like, oh God, not this. Like, don't. It's like there's nothing good. It's all so dark, so evil. Like, they are actually good people, and like those places are like nice, and it's just getting completely destroyed for nothing, for vain megalomaniacal ambitions of maniacs. who won't in the end even be able to keep it. So it's all just getting destroyed, erased for nothing. And every time I hear that there's like buildings like this just getting destroyed and like they're not going to be replaced, that gives me that exact same feeling. It really fucking hurts. Right? Because I mean, because of this, because of spiritual matters. When a person lives their life and they die natural death or unnatural somehow, there's like almost a guarantee that a person with very similar personality traits will pop up again. It's like people, not the same unique individual combination with what they knew, but how they are and what they'll end up liking and all that. There's like echoes of people. It's like the same personality trait combination just will keep re-emerging. So even if like a bunch of people die, it's horrible. And it's unfair and all that, but like they will return in a way. It's not like what they were is gone forever. Like no, the personalities, the spirits will probably re-emerge. This building stuff seems to not ever re-emerge. When that shit's gone and you don't have photos of it, it like literally you will not even realize that can exist. And then it's really lost from the spirit, which makes like it as the death of such a thing is much more permanent spiritually, and that it's almost worse than like a group of people being genocide or whatever, even though that is absolutely horrifying. And it's much more of a personal, much more earthly danger, because I mean, that could existentially lead to you being genocided, right? And that's, of course, that's going to trigger some earthly responses of self-preservation. But I mean, structures like these from the past, like they're not going to be nothing like that's going to be rebuilt ever. And the spirit that built them, the mindset behind it, and the era of like what could be possible and what people, they would just do it, like that's then gone, and there is not even a memory then of it, of that even being possible, that's left behind. So its destruction is much more of a permanent death. It's also taken out of the spirit of people. They can't see it anymore, so they can't even realize that that's possible. And that is like, in a way, it's even worse. Every time when I saw this, I'm like, wow, that's so amazing. But then realizing, they tore this down, it really fucking hurts. It's such an incredible crime that they would do that. Just for some stupid ass fake history story. Like, how fucking dare they? I mean, the people that know that and that do it, may they rot in the most torturous imaginable hell forever. Forever. Like, may like the persisting pool of spirits of mankind push them down into hell for all eternity. They took eternity away. Something that's like almost eternal away for nothing. For their petty mind control, for the petty confusion and delusion that they wanted to impose upon people, just to have more earthly control over them. Fleeting. It's so dark. right? Because I mean, there you could argue that nothing is literally in hell forever. That is basically all a phase. But depending on the pain you've caused, those spirits that you've inflicted that upon might choose to put you there. And then it's like the weight of the victims determine the amount of time you spend in hell. And I think that for doing this, and if everybody on the other side would realize like how much that's been taken from them and from humanity by these people doing that, like may they be locked in hell forever for this, for as long as there are human spirits locked in hell, until the final end of it all, until the final complete transformation where the realm is dissolved and the spirit pool is dissolved and or remerges with God, or like however the total final end happens. May they rot in hell until the last point, because there's no absolute eternity. Like that is not possible, because something has to then uphold it eternally, and that there is no anchoring point that is eternal. Like the material world is not eternal, only God is eternal. So, and since things will end and resolve also physically, so much must everything else that's connected up with it, including the spirit realm, all of it, right? And I mean, to the individual spirits, it might literally, you migrate to God, to God's realm, to heaven, to another form, redeploy, re-emerge, potentially start anew, or go to rest for forever and like end conscious existence. Like you'll probably get a choice to those that actually go to heaven, go beyond the stage of the realm being the way it is here and life after that, after the actual Armageddon, the actual final end of all things here, all things that we know here. Anyway, I don't know why the hell I'm wandering off to all that. But yeah, just the design of this thing is just absolutely incredible. What an unbelievable shame that they destroyed it. Unbelievable. I mean, I just almost feel like there's probably organizations involved in doing that have been there for a long time. I think that those institutions should literally be officially addressed for the crimes they've committed, and like be forced to reveal the technology and then build it back. Just build it back as punishment. Like, even if it takes your entire freaking lifetime. How about that as a punishment? Yeah, you torn all that shit down? Well, your ancestors, they are now obligated to build it back exactly how it was. Not with your freaking modification bullshit or whatever you want to try, but like, no, you're gonna have to literally build it back. You're gonna have to restore the damage. And if you can't, well then may you rot in hell until the final ending. How about that? Huh? Right. Who knows? Who knows if it'll actually happen? Maybe at some point, after the darkness here has lost its grip completely, and there is like this, oh, the end of evil kind of moment, then maybe after that point, some of this old stuff can be rebuilt. Maybe it's like, okay, we got all this building technique now. There's no more satanic bureaucrats making everything impossible, we can build this. Shall we? What shall we build with this? And I mean, the first idea really that would come up with me is like, why don't we build the old stuff back? We got the photos, we got some film. You could probably let AI study it and just back engineer as much of it as possible and then just rebuild it, hopefully like exactly as great, and do that with it, with the newly found freedom. That would be pretty cool in my opinion. Right. But I mean, as long as we're still under the influence of the dark ones in control right now, as they say, yeah, that ain't gonna happen. First, we would have to move out of the little season, which is probably what that is and why it is the way it is now. We have to move out of it, and I mean, that might happen. That might happen very quick. Things are like accelerating extremely. So it is like, at some point, it's just gonna like go straight toward the ending and then it's over. With the dark ones being in control, they will just lose grip. They will lose control. And that might happen very sudden, very quickly. Like, you don't know. They might still hold on incredibly long just by being so freaking automated with the ways they approach it. But they could still just lose all grip just like that suddenly. I mean, these evil people, they lose their faculties at a rapid pace. They become insane. They become cursed. They become dumb. They just stop even understanding basic logic and common sense things. They just lose it all so quickly. And that price was always there, but it would like slowly creep up. And then usually much later it would just start to like, okay, they've become retarded now. Now it's just like you go into politics and just in a couple of years you can become completely insane. It goes very quick now. And at some point it will be so quick that there's just no way to even maintain power for them. Because the price will just be too quick. They'll just lose grip immediately. Because they lose their faculties like almost instantaneously. Like, I predict that that's going to happen too. Like, there is that pattern. There's the acceleration. There's the trend of more rapid increased spiritual punishment with physical consequences to power elite people being part of this evil plan to mind control everybody and to continuate like Epstein activities and horrifying things and worship of Baal and all that. Like, yeah. The price comes quicker now. The punishment from God. So at some point I predict that they are just going to lose. It's going to be so quick, the punishment, that they just can't keep their conspiracy functional. It's almost inevitable that they're going to reach that point. And the good thing is that to the world that's going to see it through media, it will really seem like, wow, we're in an idiocracy age more than ever before. Look at how retarded these people are. That's crazy. But the real world won't be that retarded. It's just going to be them, and they have the power, they have a lot of spotlight, they are trying to impose a lot of things on everybody. But the people are not buying it. They're waking up, they're becoming more self-sufficient, spiritually also. And they're not getting these penalties. They're not becoming retarded because they are not corrupting. They have no reason to do that. And they're aware of corrupting influence, so they go away from it. But yeah, these New World Order, deep state type politicians and their conspiracies and their little plans and their climate change agendas and all of that shit, they literally embrace it, and so they are going to get the penalty, and that penalty is going to come quicker and quicker and quicker until they like literally cannot function anymore. So that's what I'm predicting too. Right now, I want to put that in the title. Yeah. Let's see. Did that fit? Yeah, it did. The evil conspirators will inevitably lose all grip on power because of accelerated rate of punishment from God. Yeah, great title. Yeah, I hope you're doing good, by the way, getting wisdom. It's good to see you. Live show has been working great. There's been no OBS issues or internet issues or Rumble issues. It's been super smooth. It was yesterday and it is today, and I really hope it's gonna stay that way. It definitely. Now all I need is a little support. Please donate to your local Arwin. I really need it. Get around in this month. And I hope you've been appreciating my shows. I mean, I am very inspired recently, so... Right, but yeah, anybody out there? I mean, Blue Pill did help me out. Maybe gaining wisdom. Maybe you could help me out a bit. That would be great. LSG, haven't seen him in a while. And Flutter Sage, I haven't seen him in ages. I don't even know if he still follows my show. I hope he does. But yeah, and others out there, if you can, please help me out through the PayPal. I still need it. And I hope I'm worth it. Right, and I mean, if you want me to address something, you can always say that. Accompanying, you can like tell me like what you actually want or whatever when you send me the PayPal. I'm not objecting. I can't guarantee that I will actually talk about it, but I will not be insulted if you do that at all. Right, and I mean, maybe you guys are just less enthusiastic because I just don't talk as much about Flat Earth or something. But I always thought that people that have supported me in recent years, that they actually appreciate that was not just talking about Flat Earth. Like what they do over at FED, right? I really don't even bring up anything else. Right. Yeah, so yeah, there might be a lot of interest now in the UFO files released. Well, I haven't really even looked into it, but from what I got from the surface is it's all old shit. Like dumb old shit that's really not amounting to anything. Most of it has already been figured out. It's really just a continuation of the bullshit that they made up in the first instance. And so, yeah, UFO files released, people are not like, we're not like, yay, finally. No, it's like, wow, that's completely pointless. Like this, it's not even that interesting, really. So yeah, it's weird. Like it's not spectacular what they released. It's not even just a full picture. They're still holding back tons, and it's just like, dude, it would have worked if he's like really popular and then do it, but he's not. And in this age, it's like, yeah, this is really like 20th century bullshit. Like, this is completely pointless. This is not, we're over this sort of thing. We're used to it. Like, there's been so many ideas on the internet, and people just, and AI art, and like that sort of stuff is just like, yeah, that's kiddie shit. Like, this is, it's not even interesting. What a waste of time. Right? They didn't even just like show actual aliens or anything. And like, ooh, special type of craft propulsion and shit, and like, yeah, you might not know what that is. Right? I mean, I have an idea. How about that? I have an idea as to what that is. Like, yeah, they're actually filming God Tech. Like, not aliens, but literally, like, yeah, gods bring forth an orb and it's gonna influence things. And you won't be able to figure out, like, where it's coming from. There's nothing you can do about it. It's literally part of the realm's design, and that just happens. There you go. It's literally God, not some secret group or whatever of individuals. Rather, an angelic robot infused directly from the other dimension by God's energy. And it's just doing its thing. And influencing things in ways that you will probably won't even pick up on what it's doing exactly, right? Because it's so subtle and advanced. So that's how I see it. It's like, yeah, UFOs and that sort of technology originally comes from God. From God's mechanisms that are part of the realm's design on how to maintain and alter things. Dude, it could like be even crazier. Like, you could even say that that tech was originally also the thing that built these buildings. Right? Maybe it's like God just like gives these devices, so like, yeah, you're good. Good spirits are here. It's time to, you can now use these things, like these angelic devices, divine intervention devices are now available for you to interface with spiritually, and they can build shit. They can like just fly and just laser entire complicated frescoes into walls, and right? Maybe the original UFOs were also used to build this sort of thing. Who knows? They might. Who knows exactly? Like, did they all build this Tartarian stuff all by hand? I mean, they definitely worked on it with like very fine technology, but even like how they assembled all of it, was it all just put there by hand, piece by piece, by humans? I don't even know. I mean, it's been like a long-standing thought that a lot of like ancient buildings may literally have had help from angels, as it were, god tech that would do that for them under specific conditions. And like, that's not even necessarily like fallen angels or anything, but actually like with the permission of God, like, here's some incredible buildings and stuff like that. It could just design heavenly places and in occasion do that, like green light that happens in the realm. And Tartaria may have been a result of a green lighting of that, like, right? Jesus came, changed the world, and it all just started to develop and improve, and then eventually like the angels start to show up, and it's like, okay, and now we built this heaven. And then something went wrong eventually, and the mud flood, and I don't know, maybe a ton of people phased out. They were like evacuated to heaven or something, and then the dark ones moved in and started to take control. And the peak, the heavenly peak in the moment of history just kind of went away. But I hope that it can still come back, though. Similar. It might not be as high a peak as Tartaria reached, but I hope that we can still peak that is like into a very pleasant and stimulating age where there is an abundance of energy, and not just like electric energy through power plants, but also just like good architecture, big trees, plenty of food available, being able to grow it big and healthy, no more poisons everywhere, no more poison industry. Good stuff. I mean, we can still make it. We can still get there, I think. But we have to just get rid of this darkness. To exorcise. We have to be like the exorcist, exorcise the evil spirit from the people and from the control system where it has embedded itself, the evil spirit, so much. We have to just take it out. Right. I said I was gonna make another coffee, but I'm not. Been going for an hour 20 minutes. Hope you all appreciate the show. If you really did, and yeah, don't forget to rose it up, and please consider supporting me through the PayPal. I could really use a bit of extra support. Yeah, and I don't need anybody to teach me how to fish, because that's not the problem. Yeah? And I ask for support. I don't need reasons why you think I shouldn't get support from you. I just need a yes. Yes, Arwin. We know you've been streaming every day. Forever. For a very long time. And you do deserve the support for your activities. Yeah, there's not a paywall here. There isn't. There's not a paywall. Everybody could just watch it. But I do actually need to support it. It's just like, do I just need to put it all behind a paywall? And like force you guys? Force you? It's like, oh, you want to know what's going on with me? Pay up. Or you literally don't get to see it. Right? Maybe I should just do that. Or maybe you can prevent me from doing that. And just support me a little bit. Because it's the right thing to do. And I deserve it. How about that? Hmm? Yeah, and I'm not your sick... I'm not some OnlyFans page here for you to unleash your sick depravities and perversions on. So if that's what you're here for, you could just fuck off. That never is gonna happen, and you're completely psychotic and lunatic, demonically deranged, that you even seek that out. That's on your mind is the very sickness. Yeah? You should take care of that, because that's gonna really fuck you up in life if you leave it there. If you normalize that in any way, even as a joke, it's really sick. Yeah. And I don't know why people like you even get drawn to me at all. Like, I don't know what I've ever done to even deserve attention on that frequency. It's really fucked up. And if you agree that it is fucked up, then you should support me to atone. Yeah? To atone. Because you could be better too. about you go fuck yourself, you fucking retard? My show is worth supporting. What I talk about is great stuff, is depth, and is visionary. It does predict what is gonna happen. Yeah? With certainty. It is worth supporting, and if you can't even see that, you're too fucking deranged. Like, you shouldn't be here at all. Yeah? Because then you don't care. If you can't see the value of what I have to offer, well, then you won't be able to under any circumstance. Because what I have to offer does have value, and if you can't see it, it's because you're a fucking degenerate, mentally stunted idiot that has nothing to offer to the world except just grab, get your petty earthly ways with no long-term reward, yeah? Until you're so dilapidated and broken down that you just die under the weight of your own sin, yeah? Yeah, what I have to offer won't help you. You just need to go fuck yourself, huh? But if you're not a degenerate scumbag goblin and actually has some noble sensibility to them, then you will recognize the value of what I talk about and the subtleties and the insight, and then you should actually consider supporting me. Huh? It's really not that complicated. Right. So support your local Arwen. It's really that simple.
Fatality.
bunch of fuckwits now. Yeah, it's no point. I don't care. Not gonna read what you say. Right, I've been going for an hour and a half. Did I miss a video yet? Oh yeah, I want to share this thing. Not even sure if this is real. This could be like weird AI generated. But yeah, it was still interesting. Let's check this out. Old. Very old. Apparently. On giant reptiles. Okay. Relax. Oh Jesus. Like apparently from the Roman era, so that thing is very old. Pretty epic, if that's real. And I mean, it could be, or it is AI generated. I don't know how to tell, but pretty epic. Right, yeah, I'm gonna round out the show. So thanks everyone for coming. Hope you liked this show. If you did, then please don't forget to Rogan's it up. And if you haven't already, follow me here on Rumble and be here when I'm going live, which is normally 2 p.m. Amsterdam time every day. And please also do support me through the gift card, PayPal, Patreon, Gifts and Go. Links are on the description box below, or send me super chat over at the Rumble live chat when the show is live, or subscribe to my channel. Support me that way. Any support would be greatly appreciated, and I can really use it. Please support your local Arwin. Donate to my PayPal. And yeah, that will be extremely helpful. Thank you very much if you do. Right, I'll be back tomorrow with Flat Earth Early Bird number 2628 on a Sunday. Hope to see you all again then. Everybody have a great rest of the Saturday and have a great weekend. And until the next video.